Good evening, welcome to Benta TV. My name is Steve Pereira and you're watching Queedia, where we explore all things queer and everything media, and we take a rather broad approach to that, which means we have a very eclectic program with very electric results. This evening we're in the Western region, we're in Footscray, we're at Victoria University, where a whole bunch of things are happening, and at the moment we have with us Dylan Stiles, who's a theatre director, who's producing a rock opera. Producer-director, Dylan?
I'm the director, the president of the theatre club, I'm the set designer, I'm pretty much the glue which puts the production together.
That's a lot of hats.
That is a lot of hats.
Okay, tell us about BEAR.
So BEAR's actually a show about, I guess, high school students in a Catholic boarding school and their discovery of self. So there is two homosexual characters. In our version we also have a lesbian relationship occurring. And
so when you say in your version, have you made changes to the...
We've made amendments through getting permission by the playwrights. Yep. So then we could make it open to the broader community of Victoria University and the western suburbs. And it's also a musical or a pop opera about kind of just discovery of self. So some people on how they discover who they need to rely on, who are their friends, who are their family, that kind of stuff, and how that gets impacted by the Catholic boarding school.
Fantastic. Now, it seems to be a fairly risky production for a very new theatre company in a fairly conservative area. How did you come up with BEAR? Why BEAR?
I actually saw a...
So it's your fault?
Yeah, it's completely my fault.
Yep.
I saw a representation of BEAR at a different amateur theatre company and I fell in love with it on the personal basis that I could understand. And also I just found that if we were going to start off with something, we needed to start off with something big and powerful and something which people will remember. We have looked into the show in quite a lot of detail and saw the more risque scenes and tried to trim them down to be...
So what's the risque scene, for those of us who are really interested in risque scenes?
So one of the scenes is a male and female have sex on stage and she ends up being impregnated. But we've changed this kind of concept to make it kind of more mysterious, and to kind of not have it so in people's face. Because I know myself, I find public affection to a certain degree okay, but when it gets to having sex on stage, I'm not very comfortable watching it.
But if it's important to dramatic action of the play?
We aren't denying the sex being visual, but we are instead kind of hiding it so it's not so confronting. So it's still there, but it's done in an artistic manner, which if you want to come to the show, then you'll get to see it.
When is the show on and where is it on?
The show is at Kindred Studios in Yarraville and it is on at the 25th to the 28th of September.
And how do people find out about it?
You can go onto the Fringe website because we are now part of the Fringe. We're also going to have advertisement throughout Victoria University, especially in the Footscray campus.
And you'll have a Facebook page, of course, and you will have a Twitter account.
We also have a Facebook page. We are also advertising through the Victoria University websites and we are also going to advertise just through word of mouth and trying to get people to share pages and create a big event on Facebook which will be public so people can invite others.
And again, the production's called BEAR, B-A-R-E, not B-E-A-R.
Yeah, definitely B-A-R-E, and that's kind of a representation of people showing themselves and their raw selves and not trying to cover themselves up.
But with some discretion, obviously.
Yeah, with some discretion.
Because there are children involved.
Yeah. The show is probably aimed to not have people under the age of 15 to attend, just due to the issues and themes which do get brought up. It could be confronting for people under.
No, rock opera, and we're talking rock operas like Queen, like a number of, is a fairly ambitious project to do because you've not only got your actors, you have to have triple threat actors. They need to be act, sing and dance.
Yeah, I was blessed really with the most amazing cast ever. Because the show isn't very well known, the people who do want to get involved know the show already. And I ended up having a cast of about 20 amazingly talented singers, dancers, or actors, or a mixture of the three. The show does kind of work with all of them. We've added in extra characters through the playwright's permission. We have 3 people who are very strong singers, but not the strongest dancers. So we've accompanied them and made them kind of known and a big character, but not kind of trying to push on skills what they're not so strong in.
Do you have difficulty casting the show?
We had difficulty on the point of having kind of a young age group because we are a university. But then when we opened the auditions to kind of the public as well, so it's not just Victoria University students, we then got this big influx of people. So it was much easier to cast, especially after we did callbacks. And yeah, it was a very well casted show now.
It's a fantastic initiative, and for somebody who's been working in the Western region for a while and who sees a complete dearth of any performing arts here, very little happening, especially since the closure of DOG, it's a fantastic initiative, and I really, really wish it continues and starts something else new here.
Thanks, we hope so too.
Brilliant. Theatre in the Western region, it exists and it is here. Now, if you're still looking for cast, crew?
We're still looking for cast members on the lighting design and lighting, everything to do with lighting. We're also looking for a sound technician. These are obviously going to be voluntary jobs. If you wanted to contact us, our best option is to go through theatrecompany.vu@gmail.com. And we're also looking for an entire band, which is 8-piece, so you've got your cellos, your guitars, your keyboards, your bass, your drums, and so on and so forth.
And remind us when the performance dates are again?
25th to the 27th of September.
Brilliant. All right, so you know how, if you want to get involved, contact Dylan. He'd be very pleased to have you involved. We're in the Western region again at Victoria University, and we're talking about a brand new theatre company that's starting up, a student-run theatre company. A performance of Bear in September as part of the Fringe Festival. Art exists, art is in the West. Come out and see us. You've been watching Ben TV. My name's Steve Pereira on Queedia. Check us out on our webpage. Send us your feedback, your commentary. Be nice, be constructive, and we'll be nice back. Good night.